All right. Hi, everyone. Am I visible and audible to everyone? If I am, please post a thumbs up in the chat box. All of you can. So welcome everyone to the content writing workshop from Henry Harvin Education. My name is Vandana and I'm going to take you through this course for next 1 hour. So yes, people are posting in the chat box. Hi, Monica. So we will start the workshop sharp at 3 p.m. But before we start, let's just start to get to know each other. We are 8 participants already here. So people who are there on YouTube, if are you able to hear me and are you able to see me? If you are able to hear me and you are able to see me, please post in the chat box that you are able to hear me and see me. And people who have joined in through the Zoom link, just let's just get to know each other. Just post about your um, let's just post about your introduction. Just write in 2 3 lines that what you do and what makes you come for this workshop, what do you want to learn in this workshop, and what content writing means to you. So let's just get to know each other. If you have any questions in 1 hour, we will take all the questions in 1 hour. I will try to take up as much as I can in just 1 hour, but then yes, I will deliver, share maximum information. Okay, Kashmira is saying, yes, ma'am, you're audible and visible. Thank you, Kashmira. So just try to post your introduction in 2 3 lines, what do you do and what makes you join this course. What is that you want to learn here today? Why have you joined this workshop and what do you intend to learn? So people who are there on YouTube also, you can start posting your answers in the chat box. Let me tell you that this workshop is going to be very, very interactive. So you have to be readily available at the chat box, because you will be required to post a lot of things in the chat box and also in the comment section, so that even if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section. So please go on. Meanwhile, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Vandana. I am Vandana Saxena, and I am a trainer with Henry Harvin for more than 1 year now. I've been teaching digital marketing, content writing, and creative writing courses for Henry Harvin Education for over a year. And by discipline, I am an HR professional. I am into trainings for more than a decade now, into soft skills training, and I have been working for 22 years now in corporate. My corporate journey is 2 decades long, more than 2 decades long, right? And all these years I have worked with industries like credit management, telecom, hospitality, and a lot of industries. Otherwise, I worked with Delhi University as well for a short period of time. All right. So content writing is Neeraj is saying that, hi, Neeraj is saying that content writing is a new concept. Yes, I know it's a new concept. Writing is not new concept, but yes, content is the king these days. It's no new. Content has always been there. We have not been able to survive without the content, but then yes, content is the king these days. So content is definitely the next is the boon for anyone who masters it. All right. So hello all, I am Kashmira Thakkar from Mumbai. Since I am an educator, this webinar would help me explore new journey as a content writer. Okay. All right. So Kashmira, are you already a content writer? So we have a few people who have joined on the YouTube as well. So you can keep posting your introduction in the chat box. I can see 12 participants here. So just try to post your introduction in the chat box, what you do and what makes you join this course. I am Monica, work for Amazon. Wow, Monica. All right. So I'm meeting somebody who is for the first time who works for Amazon. So Amazon has been a part of our life forever now. So since forever, all right. So Monica, I'm working for Amazon. Since we are moving to an online world, content plays the key role. Yes, indeed, content is supreme. And I am very curious to learn content writing and turn myself into a freelance content writer. Hope I could grab some useful content that helps in my journey. Definitely, we're going to help you with that, Monica. So anybody else who wants to post in your introduction, just in 2 3 lines. So let me just assess that what exactly you wish to learn before I start with the course. We will start sharp at 3 p.m. when we have everyone. Okay, so we have somebody from YouTube as well. Hey, ma'am, myself. Forum Umrigar, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I am a newbie in content writing. I haven't built my portfolio yet to offer to clients. How do I do it? All right. So portfolio is all about personal branding. So I will tell you how to build a personal brand. Digital world, content writing is necessary. Good remuneration. Okay. The remuneration comes after learning. So you need to learn first and then you talk about remuneration. All right. What else? Obviously, there are many ways to learn through content writing. There are, I will discuss all of that in this workshop. So anybody who's there in the live chat, I can see a lot of people in the participants list, but not everyone has posted the introduction. Let's just get to know each other. Just try posting your introduction. Write 2-3 lines about yourself, at least your name, what you do, and what makes you join this course, so that before we start with the course, at least I know that what you intend to learn and I deliver the same, right? Because content writing is huge. It is, when it comes to content, it is like an ocean. So whatever I will be able to, I will deliver the crux or the heart of the ocean in just next 1 hour, and you will be able to grab the idea of what exactly content is and why it is important. Sky is the limit. Yes, it is indeed. Sky is the limit. When it comes to content, sky is the limit. Even not then, right? Hi, I'm Manasa. I'm an educator and research student. So I thought content writing will help me in writing my research paper. Yes, definitely. Technical writing is an important aspect of content writing. Research paper comes into the technical writing or academic writing most of the time, right? So I'm sure this is, comes into the academic writing. Sorry, I mispronounced it. Okay, anybody else who is there in the, who is able to see me live on YouTube? So I see Ibrahim. Ibrahim, you're there, so you can post in your introduction, so we can get to know more about you. You've been posting a lot of other comments, but then it'll be great if you can post your introduction as well, right? And okay, who else? Manasa, and then we have Kashmira. Ma'am, are we going to get an e-certificate for? I mean, I don't understand this question, right? It is interesting to learn and need of the hour. Neeraj, learning should always be what you want to learn and not for the need of the hour. Yes, indeed, content is the need of the hour, but then it should be anything that interests you should be learned. I mean, it's never too late to become what you might have been. It's never too late to change or take a different path that you feel is more challenging and is more will bring in more contentment or more contentment to you. Participation certificate for the workshop. This is the live workshop. So I don't think, if you have not, I mean, I'm sure you have got a mail from everyone. Sorry, mail from Henry Harvin. So you can check with them if there is one. So any of the administrative issues, I don't think so I will be able to answer. I'm the trainer. You can ask me any questions about the content writing, but yes, I will not be able to answer. So you must have received a mail from Henry Harvin Education, so you can check with them if you, I mean, I'm not sure about the certificate. All right, anybody else who wants to post in your introduction here? So I can see a lot of, I still have 13 participants here. Uttara from Chennai. I wish to start my blog, so I felt that this workshop would help me in channelizing my thoughts. Yes, indeed, channelizing. So blog is not only about channelizing your thoughts. Blog is about, bringing your blog up on the Google page, which is called search engine optimization. So we're going to discuss all of that. So Uttara, anything specific that you want to learn? And people who are there at live chat in YouTube, they can also post their answer. Yes, SEO. This is called search engine optimization. So when you are writing content, the content has to be searchable and the content has to be readable, right? So how do you make your content readable and searchable? This is what we are going to discuss in this workshop. So as you must have understood, in next 1 hour, we are going to understand about the a bit about the content, the basics of the content, the language skills, about the missing antecedents, the pronoun disagreement, the English, the UK English, the US English. So all of that we're going to learn in the next 1 hour. So we will start in the next 2-3 minutes. So I see a lot of other people also on YouTube as well, and I feel a lot of people in the participants list as well. So if you have any question, you can ask me during the course, during the class, and during the workshop, and you can also ask me by posting it in the chat box. And since this is Okay, since this is what we are, okay, global certificate we get. Okay, fine. So Neeraj has answered your question. So, I mean, global certificate we get. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, Neeraj. So yeah. So when you say that, okay, now Sachin Agarwal, content writing is different in different language or same style of writing. So, Sachin, content, the rules of the writing remain the same. However, the language skill in writing Hindi and language skills in writing English will be different. So, whatever language you pick up, you should master the language skills, because that is very important. Any language, be it Hindi, English, Punjabi, Urdu, whatever language you are writing in, the rules of writing remain the same, right? Your content has to be grammatically correct. Your content has to have right punctuation. It should be able to communicate with the audience. All of that is required. But then, yes, the style of writing will remain the same. But then, yes, you should master the language skills. Whether you are writing in English or whether you are writing in Hindi, it doesn't make a difference. But your writing career depends on the language skills that you master through the this. Is there any ready list to access UK English and US English? Yes, I will give you one. All right. Anybody else who has any questions about it? Any more questions? I'll wait for another 1 minute, because then it will be 3 and then I will start with the workshop. So if anybody has any more questions, you can ask me. In content writing, we have to write according to Google. According to Google, no, you don't have to write according to Google, but you have to write in a way that your content comes up on Google. No, you don't write according to Google. There is nothing that you write according to Google, because Google doesn't write anything. Google only understand, okay, I will explain this during the class, but Google only understand the keywords, right? Yeah, so anybody else who has the question, we have a few more people in the YouTube. I'm actually accessing the YouTube chat as well. So you can let me know if you have any questions. So shall we start? Are you all good to start? So I'm just starting to share the screen. I'm sharing the screen. Yeah, are we all good to start? But not many people have posted their introduction. So let me just start with this now. So coming on to the let's just start. Okay, the content writing is something, okay. Attendance, okay, so there is an attendance form which is there in the chat box, so you can actually fill in the attendance form. All of you who are there in the Zoom session, that you can actually fill in the attendance form. It is there, right? So we'll start with what is content. Let's just start. I am actually creating a Word file separately. There is that, so that you can learn also something. So I'm just increasing the font so that you are able to see. I hope all of you are able to see what am I typing, right? So what is content? Get to the chat boxes, because this is going to be an interactive session. So all of you have to get to the chat box quite often. So what is content? What according to you is content, right? What is content? At the first place, how do you pronounce content? How do you pronounce this word? Content or content? So content, a lot of people pronounce it as content. Content means satisfied. Content is a different word. When it comes to writing, it is always the content writing. It is not the content writing. So first and foremost, the first thing, if all of you want to become content writers, the first thing that you should do is sign up for dictionary.com. You can download the application on your mobile devices as well, and you can follow it on the social media pages. But dictionary.com, when you go here and type content, right, the pronunciation be, just pay attention to, I'm just showing you the word of the day, right? See, content. Content. This is called content. This is not called content. So when you say content, as content writers never say I am a content writer. No, content means satisfaction, which means contentment. This is different. Here, this is, if you see the pronunciation, see, contentment. Okay. Contentment. Right. So when you can download this app called dictionary.com. This will give you a word of the day. It will fall into your email box. You don't have to remember all the words, but you will get 30 words in a month. If you are able to remember one word a month, you will be able to remember 12 words in a year. And that is how you will become a better writer. So you can go to dictionary.com, sign up for the newsletter. The word of the day will fall into your account. email box, and you can also check the meanings, pronunciations, definitions, and many other things on dictionary.com. Those who are not able to log in on dictionary.com, you can download the mobile app available for iPhone and Androids both. So this is called content. So what is content? Get to the chat boxes fast. Right. So what is content? I'm just waiting. Any answers? What is content? Get to the chat boxes fast. I'm not seeing any answers here, but then let me just tell you, content is any information, any experience, yes, exactly, something which is relevant to the particular topic, any knowledge and your creativity which is shared with, obviously, the information that we provide to about a particular topic. Yes, the information that you provide about a particular topic is, yes. So all of this is shared with whom? This is, what you are sharing. This is what you share. You share through content. You share either information, you share experience, you share knowledge. You can share creativity, ideas, which could be text, audio, or graphics that pass information. That is content. Yeah, absolutely. But then all of this is material that you present, fulfill user intent, obviously. So Sachin Agarwal is talking in the SEO language. Yes, the user intent. Fine. So shared with whom? What do you do? Whom do you share content with? Get to the chat boxes fast. Everybody there. Everybody there, get to the chat boxes. Audience, who is the audience? Now get me this answer, that supposedly you are writing a parenting blog. Who is your audience? Get to the chat boxes fast. Who is your audience? Supposedly you are writing a digital parents, exactly, digital marketing blog. Supposedly you are writing a digital marketing blog. Who is your target? Everyone who are sure you need the information you want to share. No, that is a wrong answer. So parenting blog, your target audience will obviously be parents, right? When you are, your digital marketing blog, if you're writing a digital marketing blog, people who aspire to build their brands in the digital world or market their content digitally are your audience. So the content, any content that you create, whether it is information, experience, knowledge, or creativity, it is always shared with the target audience. Before you decide any kind of content, what you decide is who is gonna read this content. Why? Because the content writing, target audience is the most important thing in content writing. Before you decide to write content, you should decide two things: the purpose of your content. Why are you writing this content? Is it gonna share some information? Is it gonna share some knowledge? Is it gonna share some experience? Or you are sharing your creativity, right? What are you sharing? Whom are you sharing with? Purpose and the target audience are the two main requisites of content writing. Unless you have this in place, do not write content, because then your content has lost its purpose or has gone for toss completely, because you don't know why are you writing content. So ask the why, that why are you writing this content, right? So shared with the target audience. The next thing is that content consistency, how to make your content readable. So if you tell me, if you see a content which is you're scrolling your social media page, what attracts you at the first place?
Headlines.
Obviously the headlines. Okay, Ruhi, you're here. All right. So hi. So when you are actually when you're scrolling your social media page, what attracts you most of the time? So it is the headline that attracts you. So what makes your content readable at the first place is the content consistency, right? The content availability and content consistency. So there are two consistencies that you maintain in the content. One is the visual consistency that you maintain. The other one is the language consistency that you maintain. All right, so visual consistency of content means obviously the visually appealing content. How do you make a content look visually appealing? So before that, what attracts a reader to the content is the headline. So it is imperative that you write a headline which is catchy, right? A catchy title. Okay, Sonal is saying that a catchy title is, but then Sonal, how do you decide that a title is catchy or not? Yeah, so how do you decide whether if a title is catchy or not? So when you have to write, supposedly you have to write an article about content writing, get to the chat boxes and tell me what is the title that you will choose for your article. Get to the chat boxes, and how do you analyze if it is catchy enough for the reader to click it or not? Get to the chat boxes fast. I can see other people on the live chat as well. Online customers, parents. Okay, Nilanjana is here, and there are other people. So if you have to write one word or phrases, no, never. Jessica, you never do one word or phrases in the the title should always be 5 to 7 words long. So title should be catchy. How do you decide if your title is catchy? Now get to the chat boxes and write and yes, there is somebody, Yashri is telling me that there is something called the headline analyzer. So the headline analyzer, which one you are using, Yashri? Okay, if I'm pronouncing your name, then there is an headline analyzer from CoSchedule. So here you can very easily analyze your headlines, right? So what you do is how to write catchy content in 5 simple steps. Supposedly this is a headline. I'm actually shuffling with the chat box as well. Okay, people have not written any title should indicate the idea or the subject of the content. Title should be catchy enough. So ideally, a user or a reader spends only 2 to 3 seconds on the headline, right? He spends only 2 to 3 seconds on the headline. So if that means you have only 2 to 3 seconds of a user to check the to grab the reader's attention, only 2 to 3 seconds. So when you analyze this, so let's just see 71. Right now, somebody was saying that the score which is above 70 is fine. So you can always analyze. Now, I think I asked a few people to write headlines in the chat box. If you can, if you can write the headlines in the chat box, what headlines will you use for your article if you're writing it for content writing? So get to the chat boxes fast. Make it relevant to the reader. All that is important, Nilanjana, but the point is that, yeah, so title, get content ready with ease. Now let's just see how to write quality content. Okay, get content ready with ease. So if you analyze this, let's just say, what is the score? 60. No. Why? Because there is no, the headline should have a WIIFM factor. How to write quality content. Let me just tell you, let's just analyze this one, that how to write quality content. Analyze now. So 68, not that bad, but then yes, less. Any headline which is over 70 is fine. Why? Because every headline should have, the headline should always have a, okay, let me just tell you what an headline should have. The headline should have a few, at least 7 to 10 words. It should not be more longer than this. How to make yourself technology ready. Okay, 7 to 10 words in which you should add some emotional words, right? Why emotions? Because emotions connect easily with the reader. So how to write quality content, how to write catchy content in 5 simple steps. What are the emotional words here, right? So catchy is the emotional word. Simple steps is the emotional word. So you have to add some emotions in your headline. See, whatever headline you write, you can analyze it on the headline analyzer. And if your score is over 70, it is absolutely fine. If your score is less than 70, no, you should not use it. It is not a catchy headline, right? So there is a headline studio browser extension by CoSchedule. You can download it and add to your Chrome extension as well, and you can analyze all the headlines. All right, so this will give you a lot of idea. Plus, the headline should have WIIFM factor into it. What is the WIIFM factor? Anybody who understands that what is WIIFM factor? Okay, Ruhi, you don't have to answer because you have done. I'm sure you know this, right?
What's in it for me?
Yeah, I know, you know it already. All right. So WIIFM factor is what? It is what's in it for me. Why should I read your content? I mean, obviously digital is an ocean. So what if, even if your headline is catchy, why would I click your content and read it through? You know, what will I have? Why should I give my time? So you have to have that W. When you talk about this headline, that how to write catchy content in 5 simple steps, you are telling the reader that, okay, I will make you learn writing catchy content in just 5 simple steps. So that is what called the WIIFM factor in it. Now somebody has posted, Monica has posted a headline called Tips and Tricks for Content Writing You Should Never Miss Out. Let's just see if this works well with the readers. Okay, this is again showing me something. Let me just analyze 63. No, too much of content in the headline. No, not a good idea, Monica. Right? So writing a catchy headline should have at least the word balance, which is common, uncommon, emotional, right? And power content. Okay, so all of this is the word balance that you can analyze on Co-Schedule Headline Analyzer. You can very easily do this, right? Coming on to the visual consistency, how do you maintain the visual consistency in the content? Now, when you go to visual consistency, I'm just showing you a website. Let's just say vartikasdiary.com, and then I'm showing you a website called henryharvin.com, right? Now, sorry, I'm just showing you henryharvin.com. Sorry, this one is wrong. henryharvin.com. All right. See, now can you follow a color scheme here? There is a color scheme. There are less of white spaces. There are there are not too many colors. The white spaces are equal, the tabs are equal. This is called the visual consistency. There is only one type of font which is used. The banner, the color, the highlights, everything is wonderfully, it is wonderfully synced with the theme of the website. This is what you call the fav icon, and this is what you call the tagline. Right. So while in this case, you don't see a tagline, you don't see a fav icon and too many colors out here, the cut pictures that are cut and everything. When you don't have this kind of consistency in your content, then it makes it difficult for reader to read. So when your content looks difficult to read, reader is not going to read it. So it is imperative that you maintain the visual consistency in your content with the right color scheme at the first stage. Do not use too many colors. Always write with right color. Use right colors. Follow a color scheme. Right? Follow a color scheme into your content. Never write too many colors into your scheme. Never use too many colors into your writing. Always try to write in black and white, unless it is absolutely, even if you're using infographics, make it theme based, right? With right color scheme, same font, you can highlight the headings, you can bold the headings, underline the headings, but do not use too many fonts into your writing. All right, same font, same color scheme, same font, and less of white spaces. If you use too many less white spaces, and obviously equal spaces. Do not use equal sizes. So that is that is how you bring the visual consistency in your content. Now coming on to, if you have any questions, you can please share the screen. I think I'm sharing the screen, Neeraj. Anybody else who is not able to see the screen? Anybody who's not able to see the screen, I think I am sharing the screen. Yeah. So then I talked about the headline. Now coming on to the language skills. What are the language skills that you need to understand when it comes to writing? What you need to do is you need to write grammatically correct sentences at the first place. How many of you feel that, okay, I want to become a content writer? I want to become a content writer, but then I don't know if I am perfect in grammar or not. So how many of you feel that? Get to the chat boxes fast. So grammatically correct sentences, there are a few things that you need to understand when it comes to grammar. First, why do you need grammatically correct sentences? Because grammatically correct sentence is what that communicates with the readers, right? Because if you write wrong sentences, it will not be able to communicate with the reader. So to write grammatically correct sentences, let me just tell you one thing. The first thing, which a lot of people do this mistake in writing. Now coming on to the father adopted the boy and He was happy. Tell me if it is grammatically correct or not. Get to the chat boxes fast. Is it grammatically correct? Is it grammatically correct? No. Why? Somebody is saying, Manasa is saying no. Why it is not grammatically correct? Why it is not? Get to the chat boxes. When you are telling me no, it is you also punctuation mistake. Okay, one is father, he was now. Is it grammatically correct? What is the punctuation mistake that you're talking about? The father adopted the boy and he was happy. No, this is sentence. Are you able to find out who was happy? No, you don't know who was happy. So the point is that you need to the father as he adopted the boy. No, that is also wrong. The father adopted the boy. First and foremost, you will put a comma between two independent clauses. Even when you are joining it with a coordinating conjunction, no, you will never write so he was happy. It will be and the father felt happy or the boy felt happy. So you will always put the comma before the coordinating conjunction when you are writing two independent clauses. These are two independent clauses in terms of writing. Okay, that one clause is that father adopted the boy. The other clause is that father felt happy. Right. So there are two independent clauses. So whenever you are, this is called a compound sentence. Right. So whenever you are writing a compound sentence, when you write it this way, the father adopted the boy, the father felt happy. These are simple sentences, one verb, one independent clause, right? But when you join this with an coordinating and is called the coordinating conjunction, you will always use comma before the conjunction between two independent clauses. This is how you write good content and grammatically correct content. You never say father was happy. Why? Because this is not communicating the feeling with the father, right? So yeah, so this will not communicate the feeling with the father. The father, it will be the father felt happy because you are expressing a feeling here. So choice of words is really important when it comes to content writing, right? So if you say that uh, she was not willing to work anymore, right? Supposedly you are writing something in court, right? Courts. And when you say anymore, and when you say that she said, I mean, that is fine. But when you say that, she denied, this gives a better impact. So obviously, when it comes to writing, you should always choose the right words. By choice of right word, I do not mean that you have to give a heavy dose of vocabulary to your reader. No, there is no point doing that. Never give a heavy dose of vocabulary to your reader. What you need to do is that you need to give a simple word, but communicate with the reader. So there is a tool to check your content, if it is grammatically correct or not. You can just copy and content. There is a tool called Grammarly that I'm sure many of you are already using it, but then this is a tool that you can use that will help you decide if you have done any kind of grammatical or punctuation mistakes into your writing. So you can use this tool called Grammarly Editor. You can download the Chrome extension. It can be added to Chrome very easily. So whenever you are typing on internet, Grammarly will help you build the words will help you edit your grammatical errors. However, you cannot depend on it 100% because there may be a few issues. Now, who is my audience? Obviously, my audience is general. My formality is informal. Domain is, let's say, it's general domain. The tone is neutral, and the intent is to inform. And done. And see, with a right color scheme or with the right color. See the missing article. See, and you can also see the score here at the right hand side. Great job. Look, correctness is good, clarity is clear, engagement is very engaging, delivery is just right, style is all good. So all of that you can do on grammarly.com. You can add the Chrome extension very easily. So there is again a message from Henry Harvin. If you missed out the attendance, you can post it in the, there's a link in the chat box. You can just check and post your attendance here. All right. Now coming on to the next part, this is called Grammarly. Now coming on to the next part. So this, what we have understood here, the father adopted the boy and he was happy. When you write he was happy, right? He was happy. You can, this is called the missing antecedent, right? Antecedent. This is called the missing antecedent. So never write missing antecedents, because when you have missing antecedent in your writing, you will, which font we have to, you will not be able to communicate with the reader. Which font we should use for content. Content writing is always the formal form of writing. So you should use either Times New Roman, right? Ideally, Calibri or Arial. Calibri or Arial. Minimum is 10 and maximum is 12 font size, right? If I have answered your question, Sachin, right? So this is what you need to understand, that whenever you are writing. Now there is a difference, that this is in the communication when it comes. Now there are a lot of other things that you get confused. Now there is something called homonyms, or the confusing words. A lot of people do this mistake, advice and advise. How many of you do not know this? Advice and advise. How many of you do not know this? Let me just, okay, please take the doctor's, which one come here? Coming onto the chat box again. A lot of people are posting, don't know, advice. Please take the doctor's. All right. And if you say the doctor has, right. So get to the chat boxes and tell me which one where. And what is the difference? You have to also tell me why you are saying this, why this one has to come. Okay, let me just get to the chat boxes now. Advised, advice, advice. Okay, why? Advice is a name. No, present and past tense. No, nothing has to do with that. So let me just tell you, advice is a name. Advice is a noun. And this is a verb, which is the action word. So whenever you are using, please take the doctor's advice. So this will become the noun. This is actually the noun. Please take the doctor's advice. The doctor has advised. This is the verb. So whenever there is an action happening, this will be advised. Always. Right? Do not do this mistake in advice and advice. A lot of people get noun and advice as well. Yes, Rajiv, absolutely right. So advice is a noun and it is a verb. So somebody, Prabjeet, yeah. So I hope you get it right now. So whenever, similarly, center, no, center and center is not, there is no difference between noun and the verb. The difference is between the American English and the US British English. So let me just tell you a few things, that a few more words that you can, affect and effect. So again, affect is what? Get to the verb or noun? Effect is verb and effect is noun. A lot of people do this mistake, right? The effect of movie Dangal was impacting, right? And I was affected by movie Dangal, right? So here you write the verb. So whenever there is an action happening, it will be effect. Effect has already happened. So effect is already happened, and effect that is happening, or obviously already happened, but that is used as the action word. So this is the verb and this is the noun. A lot of people do this mistake. Now coming on to stationary and stationary. Stationary and stationary. Now what is the difference between stationary and stationary? This is what? This is anything stationed or doesn't move. This is what? Okay, let me get to the chat box. I'm getting some answers here. Stationary, paused or don't move. Yeah, so next one is stationary is pen, pencil, paper. What do you use for writing, right? Yes, used for studying or writing, what you call is stationary. So there is something called computer. Now, when you say that toner is stationary, no, a computer toner or a printer toner is a computer peripheral. It is not stationary. So do not get that mistake. A lot of people say that, okay, I'm going to buy some computer stationery. No, it is computer peripherals and it is not computer stationery, right? So stationery is not moving. Yeah, all right. So this is absolutely fine. Now coming on to, a lot of people do this mistake of conscious and conscience. What is the difference between conscious and conscience? Conscious means awake, right? I was unconscious for a long time, and when I became conscious, or when I came to conscious, I realized that I was moved to another apartment. So conscious is to awake or come to awake. Conscience is your inner self. So never say my conscious doesn't allow me to do harm to others. It is your conscience that doesn't allow you to do harm to others. So don't get confused, right? Yeah, stationery is a group. Yeah, so they don't get confused. If anyone doesn't understand the meaning, you can ask me, please scroll up your screen. Okay, all right. For this is a bit about that I have taught already. So yeah, I will scroll up the screen in the end. So please allow me to go forward in the class. This is conscious and conscience. So a lot of people do this mistake that they don't, they don't understand the meaning of conscience and the concept. They say that, okay, my conscious doesn't allow me to do wrong. It is your conscience that doesn't allow you to do wrong. It's not your conscious. Conscious means awake. A lot of people do this mistake. Conscious is an adjective. Conscience is a noun. Okay. All right. Yes, this is absolutely fine. So now a lot of people get confused with I versus me. Let's just say Meera and what is I or me? Get to the chat boxes fast. And why? You have to give me the answer as well. Right. Why? Why, Deepshika? Okay, fine. All of you are giving me a right answer, but then why? Do you know the why of it? Okay, anybody from YouTube who are there watching me live, you can post your answers in the chat box. I can see that. No, you don't know the logic. Okay, a lot of people know this, that this should be I. Meera and I went to the market. Now let me just see. Rabbit chase Meera. Which one? I or me? Okay, a lot of people are saying I, but then why? Okay, me. Why? Why? Okay, I is pronoun. No, no, not at all. I is not pronoun. I is the first person. I is the, no, not at all. All right. So Meera and I went to the market. Why? Because this is the subject. So whenever you are putting yourself in the subject, it should be I. So how do you decide the subject? So just remove Meera and. Now I went to the market. You never write me went to the market. Right? So this is how you write Meera and I went to the market. Similarly, here the rabbit is the subject and you are the object. So when you write me, you have to be in the object. So this is the object. This is the logic. So whenever you get confused at whether you should use I or me, you can obviously remove the other subject, other object or subject, and then you will realize that whether it should be I or me. That's a simpler way of doing it. Rabbit chased me to the bushes. You never read rabbit chased I to the bushes, right? So all of that is important here. So whenever you are writing content, all these things, subject and the object, obviously, I is the second person. No, me is not the third person. No, I is the first person. Me is again is the first person. It is not about the person. It is about the subject and the object. Third person is, okay, a lot of people get confused with person. First person. First person is I, we. All of this is first person. Second person is always you. This is the point of view in writing. From which point of view you are writing, right? The third person is he, she, and they. So that is the difference between the point of view. So I and me are the first person. All right. So this is what you do in terms of confusing words. You do in these are called the homonyms, and this is called the subject verb agreement that you have just understood. Now there is something called misunderstood phrases. A lot of people understand there are a few common phrases by all intents and purposes. Right or wrong? Get to the chat boxes, please. Is this right? I'm writing a few. We'll get this. Okay, right. So by all intents and purposes. What do you mean by all intent? Is this right or wrong? This is wrong. It is always by all intents, intentions. This has come from by all intents and purposes. So this is absolutely wrong. The right phrase is by all intents and purposes. The other one is first come, first serve. Right or wrong? Get to the chat boxes fast. Get to the chat boxes. This is right or wrong? No, what is wrong in it? So tell me what is wrong. First come, first serves. No, no, not at all. All right, who else? People who are there in the in and out, what does it mean? Singular, first come. Yeah, so somebody is saying that this would mean, okay, let me just tell you the right phrase. This is first come and first served. The right phrase is first come and first served. So first come and first served means the one who comes first will serve. And this would mean the purpose of this phrase is the one who comes first will be served. This is the purpose of this phrase. So do not get confused with the purpose of the phrase. The right phrase is this one and not that one, right? A lot of people get confused with the phrases which are common, but then they do not write the right phrases. When you are not writing as content writers, if you're not using the right phrases in your writing, it completely kills your writing, right? And then a lot of people write sneak peek. Is this right or wrong? Get to the chat boxes fast. Let's give you a sneak peek into the, yeah. Yes, it is always the sneak peek into the movie, or sneak peek into the peek means, yeah. So this is that peek means the height, and this peek means the glimpse, right? So this is a sneak peek. This is not sneak a peek. This is sneak peek, right? A lot of people use this word called literally. What does it mean? I literally didn't want to go there. What does it mean? I mean, is it right or wrong? I literally wanted to attend this workshop for so long. Is this right or wrong? Get to the chat boxes fast. Okay, a lot of people are participating. Right, wrong. Why wrong? Because literally means factually or say verbatim of something, right? However, when you use literally, you most of the time use it to express the intensity. You don't have to use it to express the intensity. No, you have to only use it to express the verbatim or the factually correct information, right? Like, yeah, you don't have to use it for bringing in the impact or bringing it more sense here. So all of that is important when you are actually writing content, because when you are writing the phrases which are wrong, or writing the phrases, it will completely change the meaning of your sentence, and that is how it will not help you to communicate with the reader. And if you're not communicating with the reader, your content goes for a toss completely. Now, coming on to the next part, which is called pronoun disagreement. So what is pronoun disagreement? What is pronoun disagreement? Please keep yourself on mute, everyone. Please keep yourself on mute, everyone. You need to, you can get to the chat boxes, but not unmute yourself. All right. Pronoun disagreement. Why? What is pronoun disagreement? What pronoun disagreement is, these recipes is good for beginner chef. Right or wrong? Get to the chat boxes fast. And people who are there, wrong. Why? Yeah, these recipes are good for beginner chef because recipes are good for beginner chefs. A lot of people do the mistake in, writing the article. There is no article here. These recipes are good for a beginner chef if it is right, or you will write these recipes are good for beginner chefs, right? So now coming on to the articles, a lot of people do this mistake in writing, which is called articles, a, and the. So these are a few things. Obviously, the is always used before the proper noun, right? When it comes to, there are many rivers in India, the Ganges is the longest river, right? So that is how you use the Ganges, because Ganges is a proper noun. So I saw a tree in I saw a tree on the road. The tree had some beautiful apples hanging on it. So it will become the, because you are talking about a specific tree. Now coming on to an, everybody knows how to put a, so I will discuss the an. So we were taught that it is to be put before a, e, I, o, u. But let me just tell you, if you have to write MLA, will it be A or N? And get to the chat boxes fast. Get to the chat boxes fast. Right. And MLA, yes. Why? Because this is not before the AEIOU, but this is before phonetics. Please mute everyone. Please, I request you to please keep yourself on mute, everyone. Phonetics of a city. Even if it is starting with U, the sound is Y, right? So the sound of A, E, O, A, O. Like you studied in Hindi, the swar and the vyanjan, right? So when you are using a swar, when a word is starting with a swar, which is like A, E, A, O, it will be an, even if it is not starting with a vowel. But if it is starting with the year sound, like even if it is starting with the vowel, which is university, it is starting with the vowel, it will be a university. It will never be an university. All right, clear this one? Right. Pronunciation starts with E. Yeah, yes, you are absolutely right. So all of this is important. The use of articles is also important. Use of correct words. I told you about the Grammarly and all of that. Now coming on to how do you make your content searchable on internet? So when you have written good quality content, it has to be searchable on internet. Now let's just understand how it works. So when you go here and type, say, Kangana Ranath blog, right? All right. Okay, this is my blog, which is ranking up on the second number, right? So this is my blog, which is ranking up on the second number. How many results you are getting? 37 lakh 10,000 results. And this is my blog, which is even ranking up, ranking better than Times of India blog, right? So this is what you need to, this is what you call search engine optimization. How does it work? It works with the help of the keywords. So there are certain things that you need to, Google, when you go to Google, what is Google? Get to the chat boxes fast. What is Google? Abbreviation of what? No, search engine. Google is a search engine. Definitely Google is a search engine. What you put in Google, like we say, destiny changer numerology, right? So this is a short tail keyword, right? So again, my blog is ranking up on the first page. This is my blog, which is ranking up on the first page. So destiny changer numerology. Now, this is a short tail keyword. Any keyword, this is called a keyword. And this is called a search query as well. So when you have a short, any search query that has, more 2 to 3 words only, it is called a short tail keyword. But when you go to, or supposedly you write like 5 effective tips for writing quality content, let's just say quality content. So let's just say, what is this? All right. So 5 effective tips to write quality content. Now this is again the This is a long tail keyword. So any keyword that has more than 2 to 3 words is called a long tail keywords. So this is called a keyword, and the page that you get here is called the search engine result page. This is called SERP. Where your content is ranking here is important, right? So like I showed you that when you go and say that, let's just say pure Indian spices blog. Let's see if it is working anywhere, right? Yeah, so earlier my content was ranking up on the first page, but now it is not. Anyway, so this is a short tail keyword that you're finding it here. So what you need to do is that you need to research the keyword. Supposedly you're writing an article about content writing, right? So you go here. This is called Google autocomplete. So these are the best keywords that are ranking for Google already. So you can go here, see content writing jobs in Delhi, content writing course, content writing internships, content writing articles. So you can pick up content writing articles and you can start to write content, right? Plus the other thing that you need to understand is Google suggestions. These are again the ranking keywords, right? So this will show you the ranking keywords. You can pick up these keywords. So what you need to do is that you need to do a keyword research first before you want your rank to, because Google will index, or whenever you put a search query in Google, it will actually look for those words into your content, and then it will bring your content up on the Google page. That is what you call search engine optimization, right? So how do you do a keyword research? I told you one is Google autocomplete. Like you start with, say, destiny changer. See, I picked up destiny changer numerology because I actually got this keyword on the top, right? I picked it up from here, and when I did this, my content is still ranking up on the Google page. So it is here, right? Destiny changer numerology, it is still ranking up on the Google page. My content is still ranking up, right? Now coming on to the other thing, there are other ways that you can find out the Google suggestions. You can find out the Google autocomplete. Then there is a tool called Keyword Everywhere, keywordseverywhere.com, right? So whenever you search something, keywords, you can install it for Chrome, you can install it for Firefox. There is a video available very easily. You can do a Chrome extension. Whenever you go here, type something, it will suggest you the related keywords as well. See, right? So you can see these keywords, they are working very well. There are other tools as well. Like I tell you that what is happening, you can go to answerthepublic.com. This is the best tool that I have found what is happening in India, what people are finding on Google. Go to Answer the Public, you have to choose a short tail keyword here, content writing, and choose your country. Let's just go to India, IJKL. Okay, let's just go to India, English, and then search. So this will show you all the search about what people are searching on Google. See, why content writing and not technical internship, why content writing as a career, why content writing internship. These are the search queries that people are putting into the Google. So this is the best way to find out a long tail keyword. How do you blend your keyword into the content? Keywords, yes, obviously. So a lot of people have already answered this. How do you blend your keyword into the content? It is very easy. To blend your keyword into the content, you should have keyword in title. Obviously rank your title on course schedule, because that is very important. If you don't rank your title in course schedule, you will not, people are not going to click it, right? Keyword in title, the first thing that you need is keyword in title. Then obviously keyword in first paragraph, or what you call is the header 2, right? And then sprinkle the keyword like you do it keyword evenly in your content, right? And let it occur naturally. If you force the keyword into your content, people are not going to read your content. So you have to evenly into your content, and it has to occur naturally into your content. What you can do is, instead of forcing your keyword into the content, what you can do is you can use the related keywords, right? What is called a related keyword. So related keyword, there is a tool called LSI graph. These are called the latent semantic keywords, right? Or latent semantic indexing. The related keywords are also indexed by Google. So you can go to lsigraph.com and you can find the related keywords for lsigraph.com. You can find the related keywords for content writing, and you can use them as well. For let's just say I want to find the related keyword for Okay, I did tried for generate. So this will find, see. Okay, this is still finding for me. This is showing the LSI are the latent semantic keywords, right? How to, yeah. So this is searching the data for me, and this will also show me the top performing content, which is performing well on keywords. So you can go on and read the content which is top performing and see how the, and always analyze how you can sort of use the keywords into your content, right? So always do that. This is called this is also the competition analysis that you get on lsigraph.com. So this is something that you need to learn about content writing. So coming on to the okay, now this is how to choose any keyword. So okay, this is a very detailed thing that I can let you know, but then keyword that is ranking on top is the there is a lot of density, the competition. Then there is something called Google Keyword Planner tool. If you have a Google Ads account, you can go to the Google Keyword Planner tool and you can see the competition that is there. So the competition, that the keyword that has a high competition, you can pick up that. But then obviously that means that is being searched more. But then obviously that has high competition. Other people are also using it. So whenever you are using or trying a LSI keyword for the for your write-up, choose a low competition LSI keyword, right? So all of that you can do. So this is something that we have understood, the language skills, the SEO skills, okay, and get to there is something called content strategy. The content strategy is something that there is something called topical content and there is something called the pillar content. There are two things when it comes to content strategy. So always, strategize your content. The topical content is something that, the hot news, the viral news, you pick up that and you write about it. However, the pillar content is that you target a keyword and then you keep writing about it one after another, linking your articles to one another. That is called pillar content. So pillar content, that is called the content strategy. The pillar content will give you more benefit. It is beneficial in search engine optimization. However, the topical content goes viral, but then it also has a very short shelf life. The topical content cannot be repurposed, whereas the pillar content can also be repurposed, right? So that is what you do in while defining the content writing strategy. While earning from content writing, there are a few websites. Obviously, Naukri.com is the one. You should have a wonderful resume. You should, to build your personal brand, you have to build your LinkedIn profile. So whenever you build your LinkedIn profile, you just go to resumeworded.com, right? Whenever you have built your LinkedIn profile, just go to resumeworded.com and analyze your LinkedIn profile. How good is my score? Is 98. So you can also check your, LinkedIn review. So you can go here and LinkedIn, you can review our LinkedIn profile. How good is your LinkedIn profile? So when you are trying to build your personal brand, go to resumeworded.com. The resume tips: your resume should not be more than 2 pages long. Talk about your highlights, talk about your achievements, not the companies that you have worked with. Just make a mention of the companies that you have worked with, but nobody is interested. Even if you have done you own 4 degrees, nobody is interested in your degrees. That is just a mention. Do not write stories about how you acquired your degrees. Write what you have achieved, right? That's more important. So obviously, yeah, so all of that is important. And in resume, never try to write that I am an achiever. Talk about your achievements, right? And so all of that is important. Now coming on to the other part, which is you can build your resume, you can score your resume and also your LinkedIn profile on resumeworded.com. Choose a profile picture which is which really talks about you. Do not choose a very casual picture, right? So all of that is, there is something called photofeeler.com. Let me just show you the photofeeler.com. You can go here, analyze your picture. Is it worth what your picture says about you? Is it smart, trustworthy, attractive? Get a score, right? All of that is important. Now coming on to the web content writing. So this is what this, to earn from content writing, you can build your LinkedIn profile, build a portfolio. Like you can very easily go and Google my name. You will find me easily on Google. So it should be easier for people to find you on Google, right? Yes, you should, Rohit, highlight the skills, right? You need to highlight the skills. Now, before we wind up, I think I have actually delivered enough in 1 hour. So a lot of things that I have delivered in 1 hour. So you can earn through a lot of projects. You can sign up on guru.com, freelancer.com, truelancer.com, naukri.com, obviously. And you can create your profile on Upwork if you have your personal website and have decent traffic on it. So always, as content writers, always follow the deadlines. Always, uh, uh, say no to work that you cannot do instead of accepting work that you think that okay, I will be able to do something that you are not good at. Accept it and don't accept the work. It will cause you more harm than causing you any kind of benefit. So that's important. Now coming on to the Henry Harvin, so you can obviously earn a lot of things. So let me just talk a bit before we wrap up. Let me just talk about a bit about the. So this was a snapshot, or I would say a sneak peek into the detailed course. So Henry Harvin offers a lot many courses, including the content writing course. There is a detailed course that is offered by Henry Harvin, and there are a few testimonials. There are a few testimonials. Okay, a few of them are my students only, right? So something who, Khyati, she started her own venture. And then Chandu Vure was one of my students who joined Henry Harvin, or who joined my class because he was struggling to become a writer. And then he got promoted as the head of SOP section in his organization. So he said he purposely wanted to join to learn how to write SOPs. And then he said that, okay, ma'am, I don't know how to write well. Why my content gets rejected every time? But then after doing the course, he got, got promoted to the head of SOP sections. So these are the brands that Henry Harvin works. These are the institutional clients for Henry Harvin. They are the corporate clients. There are a few corporate. I mean, a lot of corporates are there on the list, right? So I am talking a bit about the Henry Harvin digital writing course, content writing course. There are a lot of things that you can check about the number. There is a registration link, and let me tell you something. This is the media reputation. So there are these many courses when it comes to the writing academy, right? When it comes to the writing academy, these are the courses which is language skills and internet skills, because language skills and internet, the readability and the searchability, both the things are highly important when it comes to writing, right? And then obviously the business and marketing writing, most important things that you need to do, the content strategy, how you strategize to, or how you plan to market your content. Yes, you can highlight the skills. Yeah, you can also plan to market the content. How do you plan to market your content? Content marketing is something that is really, really important these days. Then technical and research writing. Then we have academic writing, and of course, creative writing. People who want to publish their book, this is something that they must do, right? And then how to earn. Like I gave you a glimpse about how to earn online from content writing course. So these many courses which will cost you somewhere around 45,000 or 46,000. But then, okay, now this is the deal for you, right? And let me tell you, there are a lot of new year offers going on right now. Okay, there are a lot of offers that are going on for New Year, the New Year discounts. But please don't ask me what are they. I will not be able to answer anything on that, right? So what you need to do is actually you need to call up these numbers. These are the numbers. Okay, you must be finding it in the chat box as well. So there are their number. You need to call your relationship manager. You can make a note of these numbers. And what are the new year offers, and how do you enroll? The weekend batches starting from 9th January, and the weekday batches starting from 13th January. So the batches are starting to be starting soon. So if you call now and check about them, you will get a better discount as well, even more than this. So obviously, what you need to do is you need to call your relationship manager, right? If you have any questions, how long is the course, how to enroll, what are could you give us specifically? Give us info that, this is the info for content writing. So all these courses that I showed you, they are a part of content writing, right? So they are a part of content writing course. So Sonal, you need to call up the relationship manager. See, the administrative info I will not be able to give you. So what you need to do is, these are the numbers. You need to call them up, or there is a number in the chat box as well. For New Year offer, you need to call up 90152 266 266. 9015266266. That is the number that you need. This is the first number that is highlighted. Yeah, so that you can call here and you can check with them with the New Year's offers, because a lot of New Year offers are going on, right? So before I wind up, I would be glad to answer any questions regarding the writing, not about the course. If you have any questions about the writing, you can let me know. How to choose the title, okay, how to rank on Google. So Hannah, okay, so Hannah, a few things, how to rank on Google is through search engine optimization. I've told you about the basics, right? But then I cannot cover all of that in 1 hour. This is a long course. So yeah, a long thing that I need to to get the detailed information, you can definitely join the course. Okay, there is a registration link in the chat box as well. So if you register now, I mean, it's boom. So you can definitely, anybody who has more questions about writing, I would be glad to answer. But the payment part, Kashmira, no, I have no idea. You need to call them and ask them. I will not be able to ask the payment. Okay, explain the payment part is there. The Content Writing Academy has these many courses. All the courses will end up, if you choose all the courses separately, it will end up costing you somewhere around 46,000 rupees. But then if you register now, you will get get all of these in 12,500 rupees, right? So this is what you get, and you can check with the relationship manager about all of this, right? Okay, so there are a lot of New Year options for New Year offers also going on. Some blogs and articles to read that helps in developing our writing. So there is a book called Bird by Bird. It's available on Amazon. Otherwise, honestly speaking, I have not seen any book that caters to the detailed content writing. No, not really. The articles and content writing, so okay, you can find bits and bits here. You can find some content on internet, you can find some content on Amazon KDP, but then yes, I don't find anything that is comprehensively suggest or any book or any article that comprehensively suggests how to write content. So writing is about, who's the author, please? Okay, the author is I don't remember the author, but then yes. How much should we charge as fresher content writer? Depends the quality of content that you deliver, right? So definitely a lot of things. How much research work is required, right? Okay, you can, what is your blog name? Go to Google, say Vandana Saxena writer, and you will find me easily, right? How much should we charge as fresher content writer? So I told you, like, you can, actually, it depends on how much research work is required, the quality of the content, the quantity of the content, all of that depends. How do we research while content writing? Use Google and the advanced search tool that is there in advanced search tool. So if you have not used valuable tips, okay, some valuable, okay, we are through with the course, but let me just take 2 minutes to give you some, read something every day and write something every day. That's important, because reading is like breathing in and writing is like breathing out. Unless you read, unless your brain is fed with information, you will not be able to write. By reading, I do not mean reading books. If you read books, it's wonderful, but if you do not read books, read everything that is coming into your hand, including the description on the bottle of your shampoo. You're cooking Maggie, read the description. You are going to the market, just read the signboards. You might end up learning a new word, a new way to write. All of that is important. All right, fine. So I will have to wrap up the class here. So I am again repeating the numbers for you. I mean, you can call up these numbers, and there are some heavy New Year discounts, a lot of New Year discounts which are going on. So you can, right. So thank you, everyone. There are a lot of New Year discounts that are going on. You can go here and check if you wish to attend the course now. So I think they are closing these batches soon. So, I mean, it's better to grab your seat now, right? So thank you everyone for joining in, and I'll take your leave, and have a wonderful new year ahead, though it is not any more new, but then yes, we are meeting for the first time. All right. So yeah, have a wonderful year ahead, all of you. Go stay blessed. God bless.
కూర్చోండి ఎగరు.
మనం అక్కడ పోయినాం చూడు, అదేం కదా యాదగిరి ప్రకాష్ వస్తామన్నారు కదా వెనస్డే రోజు.
రాలే బ్రదర్,
మన దగ్గర కాలేదేమో.
ఇక వాళ్ళు ఏమైందో ఏమో, వాళ్ళు రాలేదు ఇంకా.
ఆ రోజు ప్రేయర్ జరగదన్నాం.
అవును, ఏ రోజు?
వెనస్డే రోజు.
అవునవును, జరగలేదు. సిస్టర్ అంటే మన కూర్చోరా, నువ్వు కూర్చో, జస్ట్ లిజన్. నేను అడుగుతా, నువ్వు స్పెక్టేటర్, ఓకే? ఎందుకంటే మాకు తెలుసు కాబట్టి. అంటే వాట్ యూ డూ ఫెల్ లైక్ సిస్టర్ డ్రింక్ చేస్తారు. వి డిడ్ నాట్ టెల్. నేను చెప్పాలా, బ్రదర్ చెప్పాలా? ఓకే.
ఎట్లా మనం ప్రేర్ చేస్తా ఉంటే వీళ్ళ సమస్యలు కానీ వీళ్ళకు ఆరోగ్యం కానీ ఏదైనా ఉంటే దేవుడు విడుదల అనిపిస్తారు. మంచి నాలెడ్జ్ ఉన్నాయి కానీ ఏంటంటే దానికి
ఓకే,
దానికి ఎక్కువ ఇదైతే కాన్ఫిడెంట్ గా
అవునవును సిస్టర్.
అన్ని మాట్లాడు అట్లా నీ గురించే మాట్లాడుతుంది
మస్తు మాట్లాడి
నీతోటే మాట్లాడలేదు. ఇప్పుడు దేవుడు మిమ్మల్నే పట్టుకున్నాడు. మా